Hello everyone and welcome back to another shipbuilding guide for Starfield. Today we're going to be looking at how to make the Anaconda from Elite Dangerous. So as you can see, we've got 4 different pieces. Starting off with the coloring, everything in this entire build, color 1, 2, and 3, it's all just this standard black color that you get on your color picker. So that's all that it is. Every single piece is that color. So very simple. But now looking at the bottom here, going around here, this whole U sort of shape that encompasses the landing bay and this reactor, this whole thing is made up of Reactor 11 landing gears. Okay, now I do need to point out that the front 2 on both sides, the type of gear that we're looking at is the slanted version. It's not the cubed one, but that's on these 2 and these 2 here. Make sure that it's the slanted version and make sure the slant is pointing outwards so that you get a nice curved sort of shape. And then these last 4, the 2 back ones here, the center one, and then the other 2 back ones are the cubed versions. Then in front of that, the landing bay that we have is the Hope 4 landing bay, and behind that we have our 104 DS mag inertial reactor. So that completes the first level. Now moving on to the second level, we have, starting here at the front, we have a Stroud Cap A starboard for bottom. Next to that we have the Stroud Nose Cap B for bottom, and then another Stroud Cap A port for bottom. These are all 3 of these are flipped upside down, so make sure that you've got them flipped that direction. And then behind that we have 2 Stroud mid bracers here in the center, and then on the right side we have 2 Stroud cowlings, and these cowlings are flipped so that the curve is on the outside. And then on the other side we have 2 more cowlings with the curve facing the outside. And then behind that we have, heading towards the very back here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 Stroud mid bracers on the side, and then you just mirror that on the other side. We have 4 more of these. And then here, close to the center, we have an H40 Atlas HE3 fuel tank. And then behind that, we have the Deimos Workshop 2x1. And then we have another 104 DS mag inertial reactor. And then we have our DY 1503 MU grav drive that is an M class, so you'll need a mod for that. And make sure that you check the description in the video for all of the mods that will be required to build this ship. Once you have all of that built, you're going to want to grab everything, and then you'll want to put it right there so that the engines and the grav drive stick out from the rest of it. Just like that. Now, moving on to the third section here, notice I have this piece pulled out. We'll go over that here in a minute. Starting on the right hand side, we have a Stroud Nose Cap C port 4, and we have 2 equipment plates on top for just a little bit of a design choice. You can put weapons on there if you wish. I decided not to. I didn't like it when there was weapons on there, but I liked the equipment plates being on there. On the inside here we have 2 Zeus 4070M shield generators. And then on the left hand side we have another Stroud nose cap C. It's just flipped from this one. And we have 2 more equipment plates. And then this piece here, this is a Stroud nose cap E, and then 2 more Stroud mid bracers. This whole thing just fits nice and neat right in there, hides our shield generators. And then we have another Stroud mid bracer here, and then another mid bracer, and then on those we have 2 more equipment plates with the MKE9 Gauss gun, and notice we have 4 of those on here, so make sure you've got that on the 2 Stroud mid braces on the outside. Moving back, we have a Deimos all-in-one berth 2x1 with another equipment plate, and again another MK9 Gauss gun. Next to that we have the Deimos living quarters 2x2, another equipment plate with the MKE9 Gauss gun. And then behind that we have the Deimos armory 2x1 with the Deimos battle stations 2x2. Behind that we have the Taio captain's quarters 2x1 mid, and then we have the Deimos control station 2x1 next to that, and then the Deimos computer core 2x1. And then behind that we have the SAE 5660 engine, and then behind the captain's quarters we have another SAE 5660 engine. Now on the outside we have a Deimos bumper, starboard 4 right here, and then this is just mirrored on the other side, so we're not going to go over this side here, it's just mirrored. And then in front of that we have the Deimos wing A starboard aft, and notice this starts on the habitation pieces. We don't have anything linked on the side of the engine. That'll make it look a little bit funny. In front of our Deimos wing A we have a Deimos wing B, another Deimos wing B, and then a Deimos wing A. And then again we'll just have that mirrored on this side. And that completes what this should look like. So that's that level done. When you place this, you want to place this where it connects on top of the other 2 engines, so everything's nice and parallel with itself. And then your reactor goes right behind the control station. So it should look like this. This piece right here should not be aligned with this. Make sure that you don't have that lined up. And finally, the last section of this, we have our cockpit area, our bridge, and that I used the DS 40.2 Ares bridge. And then we have the Stroud cowling 1LB port with a Deimos spine D4. Next to that we have the Deimos companionway 1x1 with the 100 DP slim docker top, and then this side just mirrors the other side. Stroud cowling 1LB ST and a Deimos spine D. And then we have the Deimos bumper on the back with a cluster impact 52 reactor and the Deimos bumper port aft. And then when you grab all this, what you want to line this up with, you want the very back reactor to line up with your grav drive, and that's it. That is the Anaconda in Starfield. Please do note you can outfit this with more weapons if you want, but for the sake of this video and for the sake of the design, I decided not to put anything else on here. If I could have put more stuff on the bottom, I would have, but it's not going to work and still look right at the end of the day. So this ship, I actually used the Federal Corvette as the base, and then took the Corvette apart, primarily in the center, and then retooled and repurposed a lot of the pieces that I had from that to build this ship, because the two are very similar. This is the same length as the Corvette, although obviously it is taller. It has an extra section in the middle, but this is what it looks like on the outside. I am pretty happy with this build overall. There are a few things that are upsetting, and it just didn't work, but it's not really anything that can be changed right now with the limitations with modding and whatnot. Hopefully someone actually ports this ship into the game. That would make me very, very happy. Now, let's board this, and hopefully the game does not crash. Sometimes it does. Okay. So, this is your crafting area, the workshop 2x1. And then, I don't know why the ladder is put over here. That's kind of awkward, but it's fine. It still works. Because, see, I would have it flipped, because that's the back of the ship, and this, I believe, is... Maybe it's not. Actually, that might have been a lie. But this is the control stations. I don't know what that is. There's a floating thing there. It's nice bug there, Bethesda. Over here, we can open this up, and this goes into the computer core. That's what this is. Yeah, see, so that's towards the front. I don't know. Man, that is weird. Whatever. It's probably the placement of not the docker. The bay. That's probably what's messing it up. But it's fine. Here we have our weapons area, and then in front of that we have the crew quarters, or not the crew quarters. Again, I always forget what this is actually called. Oof. Just kicked that ball over the place. I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. I'll probably end up moving that back. And then over here we have the 1x1 all-in-one berth. It's got a bed. That's why I put it over here. So I liked having it attached to this. And then, let me see. Okay, so here's our battle stations. And if we go right over here, very happy with this. This is the captain's quarter. So, because of where the captain's quarter is, I actually lost nothing. All the different things are here, because you can, depending on where you put your captain's quarter, there could be a door right here, which is normally what happens, and I end up losing the shower. sink or whatever this is. And that's just really annoying. But, so that made me very happy to have that there. And then that's it for the front end here. If we go,
I must confess,
back over here, we can get up this ladder. We're now in the Deimos 1x1, and voila, we have our bridge. There it goes.
and just like that, we're in space.
This is what it looks like in third person. I do want to point out, if you want more engines, there is a glitch that you can do where you can put a module inside of another module. So you could add on more engines into this if you really wanted to do that. That is a possibility.
Look alive! Look alive!
There we go.
Oh yeah, you're done.
Very soon.
As you can see, this thing still does a bunch of damage.
You and I, we have something important to discuss. No, not that, Raptor. There's something I really need to talk to you about. I have some George things to say to you, and you only listen
Back. I wanted to...
This isn't going to end well for you.
Yes,
enemy of your drive out of commission.
Can't be a part of will this. Not be a part of this.
Target's driving down.
Yes, we really need to talk to you, and I speak soon. They're not escaping.
I will not engage with this.
Not going to
Can't skip the system with a fried crab drive, huh?
We need to talk. Targets lost their shields.
They're gonna say.
Talk to you sooner rather than later.
Fly by engines.
I'm gonna light you up.
We need to talk soon.
Lost target shields no more.
We need to just talk soon. Seriously.
So that's it. That's the ship with combat. A little bit of combat. Obviously, as you can tell. I'm only at 70% on my shields.
You bet your match.
Taking down their shields. Enemy jump drive coming out. Target's shields are online.
That was a pretty shot, good.
You and I need to talk.
This is just too much fun with these modded ships. It really is.
say.
Have something useful to mission.
Target shields.
So be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. So for watching, we'll have a good one. Bye.